Good evening, one and all, and welcome to round 7 of the BVTCC. We are at Knockhill in Scotland. Obviously, if you know that, you know that. On this lovely, mild summer evening, we're going to get underway very soon. Qualifying should be ticking over any minute now. Qualifying 1. We all know the format, but for those of you that are new, this is the format we will be running tonight. Round 1 will be set by the qualifying results. Race 2 will be race 1 results, and race 3 is the 6 to 12 reverse grid, where we use a spinny wheel to pick that up. So we'll be going to qualifying very, very soon. But while we're at it, let's take a look at the driver's standings. For now, it's Callum Wilson who is still at top. Simon Trebek is P2 and Alan Axon's P3, and Ivan Samuel has crept his way right into the top 4. Simon Trebek has closed that gap a little bit on Callum after a bit of a poor showing last round from Callum. But that's how it stands at the moment. The Independent Championship at the moment has got Ivan Samuel with Samuel Damon chasing him. Dave Brewster has popped himself up into P3 and Anthony Hyde is in P4. Team standings, I think it's all pretty much wrapped up at the moment now for Unlimited Esports, who have got one hell of a lead in the championship now. 431. Nobody can catch them now, not after, we've got 3 rounds left after this one. So that is the team standings, and the one last one we got is the Jack Sears, which is led by Stuart Bartley. Only just though, Hugo Smeet is 9 points behind, with William Martin sitting in P5 and Lawrence P3, sorry, with Lawrence Green only another 10 points behind him for that. So that's going to be hotting up for a battle there too. So as they make their way out to qualifying, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of the music, which isn't even on here in the first place. So what have I put on then? I don't know. Evening. First time chatter. Hello, welcome. Welcome in. Welcome. So, we're going to get Sarah up and all the qualifying skedaddle with it. Right, qualifying Brand Knockhill. Oof! And that's Frith taking a bit of a different angle across the chicane. Here we go with Callum Wilson setting precedents at the moment. Purple sectors 1 and 2 for Callum Wilson. Going to be the first one across the line to hit the target. And it's a 51. Oh, and Damon up there with a 50.8. Back P2. Not sure why it wants to stay on Wilson. See if we can get somebody else. Here is Samuel Dowman, sandwiched in between the 2 Unlimited Esports drivers. Purple sector, 1 for him there. So this is, even though I know it says P up there, but this is qualifying 1. We will have qualifying 2 straight after this, where the top 6 will get another shot at the qualifying. It's very hard to get some some space in Knockhill. It's quite a tiny track, but at the moment, oh, and that's somebody off in the background there. That looked like Jackson. Wilson plants himself back on the top again with a 50.0. 3/10 quicker than Dowman. Patrick puts himself up into P3 now, with Brewster up into P4. Ivan Samuel, your independent champion leader at the moment. Patrick pops himself up into P2. Tyrone just off the track again there. 2/10 separate Wilson and Patrick. Top four are all separated by 4/10. Not sure why it's not changing drive. Oh, not that one. There we go. There's Dave Brewster, currently sitting P5. Had a good few races the last time out. Brewster took his first win. Oh, I don't see. We don't have. I am indeed drinking a lot of water. Thank you very much for that. With Dave Brewster. Whoa! See him up on two wheels then. Wow. These are some good track cameras, these are. Hugo Smeets currently sitting P2 in the Jack's Here's, I believe. Ah, doing that. There we go. So it looks like Wilson has stretched his legs a little bit more. Thank you for the follow. Is that Borat Games? Thank you ever so much. So with 2.5 minutes to go, it's Wilson sitting pretty at the top at the moment with Trebek sat P2. Patrick is P3 with Smeets up into P4. Downwind is P5 and Brewster's running out of top 6, which will go through to qualifying at the moment. However, I don't think we've seen the last of Alan Axon. Rick. Wilson and Trebek seem to think they've done enough for getting into Q2. Let's see if we can find Patrick. He's here somewhere. There. Oh, sorry, Alan, not Patrick. I do apologise. This will put Alan Accent still in P8. Still not enough to bouncing across the curb. Personal's best, sector 2 for Alan as he comes round Taylor's hairpin up the straight now. He might get one more lap out of this. This is Alan's final lap. He's got to push now. Through Leslie's, McIntyre's, and then over Butcher's. So Brewster holding on by the skin of his teeth here. Alan Axel has got a green sector 1, but he's yellow in sector 2. What can he do? He's got a final push up the road. Pretty much everyone is in the pits now, apart from Samuel, Axel, and Hyde, and Patrick. And here comes Alan across the line. Oh, he just misses out by a 10th. Anthony Hyde finishing his lap. Not going to be quick enough though, and bails for the pits. There you go, that's qualifying 1 all over and done with, and it looks like it's Wilson, Patrick, Trebek, Dowman, Smeet, and Brewster by the skin of his teeth have made it through to qualifying 2. Here we go for qualifying 2. Qualifying 2, they do not have any boost at all for qualifying 2. This is just all done on natural talent. To be honest, it doesn't really make much sense for him to use the mediums first, because if he finishes in the top 3, he's got to use them again. As simple as that. These are them rules. So, as the top 6 get out and start making their way around, Oh, Patrick getting it wrong there on the out lap. And I must apologise for my dog barking in the freaking background. Well, I say my dog. Not my dog. Okay, so it is a Jack Russell crossed with a Pattendale. Oh, ho, ho. Callum Wilson getting it all sideways as he comes through the corner. Still up in the sector though. So Smeets into Q2. I think that's his first time into Q2, to be honest. But it is Wilson, Brewster, Patrick, Smeets, Trebek, and Dowman. I don't think them two have actually set a time yet. There's Dowman's up into P2. Yeah. And Trebek pops himself into P3 for now. Brewster puts himself back into P2. Can Patrick take that? No, he can't. He does not improve. Still Wilson, Brewster, Dowman, Patrick, and Trebek and Smeets. So, 5 minutes to go. Not a lot has changed at this moment. Brewster up into P3. Pushing that BMW. Oh, getting that Beamer sideways as he exits the hairpin. No, they're 5 does. I think all the cars are 5 doors. It's everyone coming into the pits at the moment. As it stands, it's Wilson, Patrick, Brewster, Trebek, Dowman and Smeet. They'll all be coming in for a few minor tweaks. Probably a new set of rubbers. I think Callum might just have this one pretty much sealed in the bag, to be fair. Dowman crosses the line. No improvement for him still. Down in P5. Right. There is an ad incoming in 3 minutes. However, I'm pretty sure if I leave it, you won't get another one for a good hour. So here we are with Simon Trebek. Not being able to find any extra pace. Wilson is, though. A minute and a half to go. Patrick Brewster still in the pit. Smeets is in the pit as well. I think he's just going to accept that he is P6. Oh, and that's Trebek facing the wrong way, pushing too hard. That'll be... I think that's out the exit of the chicane. Dowman P4. Look at the time between Dowman and Trebek. 918, 919. Jesus. Oh, when he gets that one all wrong there, I think Simon Trebek put him off a little bit there. Trebek might have time for one more shot in the dark. Here he goes now. Patrick's still in the pits, Brewster's still in the pits, so they are done for the evening. So is Hugo Smeets. There we go, there's the checkered flag, so everyone will be finishing this lap now. And Trebek has bailed on that lap too, so that is Trebek P5. So it is Wilson, Patrick, Brewster, Dowman, Trebek, Smeets, and Wilson diving for the pit lane. That'll be the end of that qualifying. We will move on to warm up. I will let the advert run through its course. And then we will be underway for race 1 of the evening. Bear with us, guys. We are not going anywhere, but I'm going to be silent for a moment while I sort the grid out.
roadhouse.
Yes, remember guys, hit that follow icon or subscribe button, whichever event your fancy. Thank you for watching my advert, because it gives me money. Not that I'm bothered. Anyway, warm-up is now live. The grid is now set. They can use this warm-up if they please. Dear God, I'm opening everything up here. So, come on, predictions. I mean, I'm pretty much going to put, if I was a betting man, which I'm not, my money would definitely be on Callum. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking then. I don't think he'll win the last one, the reverse grid. It's just too tight to get through, I think, personally. But that's me. But anyway, we are going to go for a... getting lined up on the grid. A bit weird how they line up on the grid on Knockhill. But they've got to get that BMW. The front runners have got to get that BMW now. As usual, we are waiting for Mr. Trebek. There he is. He's always one. He likes to keep people waiting. I think it's to psych people out. So they will be getting underway for this, not safety car, but they'll be getting underway for the formation. And there they go. And we can get underway with giving you the starting order. So here we go. On pole position, it is Callum Wilson, and he's joined by Patrick in P2, Dave Brewster P3, with Samuel Down with a company in P4. P5 goes the way of Simon Trebek, and P6 is Hugo Smeets. 7th is Alan Actan, and he has Ivan Samuel for company in P8. P9 goes the way of, I believe, it is Anthony Hyde. It is indeed, and he is joined by Kyle Cully in the top 10. Luke Simmons is 11th with Aaron Jackson, P12. William Martin, 13th, and 14th is Lawrence Green. Tyrone Frith is 15th with Stuart Bartley, rounding out the top, all the 16th. It's all the 16th? 16th. Oh dear God. So, as it is quite a short lap around Knockhill, I'm going to get rid of that welcome music. A lot of tyre warming going up here. It's a bit of a tricky place to start as well because it's all uphill. And Patrick, we can see just in the corner of the picture there, pointing towards the inside of that track. Dave Brewster looks like he's pointing in between the two of the leaders. So here we go. We'll be waiting for the klaxons. Good start by Patrick. Great start in the BMW there from Callum Wilson. And what is this? Hugo Smeets. As the top two get away straight away, there's a bit of a gap between them already. Ah, there we go. Right, so Wilson is Wilson. Bit of a I don't know what was going on in the background then, but I saw just a hell of a lot of heartache. We've got Damon in the pits all the way from up in the top 5. Anthony Hyde, I can see, is all the way back in P15. Stuart Bartley's made himself up into P. Oh, and that's William Martin spinning round in the background there, and that's Green taking that. And now we've got a big crash in the. And that's brought out the safety car. A lot of cars just in a lot of strife at the moment. The race will be nullified. We'll get 2 extra laps for this as well. This is just going to allow those people just to get themselves back on the back of the train. And oh my God, everything's really warm in this room. There it is. There's our beautiful safety car. Can I just let you know that we were the first ones to use the Porsche Taycan as a safety car in the touring cars. Real or virtual. Right, so why we are, there you go, there's all the tyres that people are on. I knew it, the first top 5 would be on softs, because there's no point going mediums. Yes, there we go. whilst the race is nullified, I'm just going to go check in with my stewards, and I shall be 2 moments, guys. The safety car's in, and away they go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's all the way down to Smeets. Who is that making a move on? That's Simmons on Axon, I believe, for P7. I think Axon is still... No, it's... But here we have Tyrone Frith making a move on Simmons for P8. Well done, Tyrone. Absolutely amazing move. Cully's Astra looks like it's in better days. We've got a car off in the background. That'll be Jackson. William Martin 15th, up P14th now. We've got Samuel Downman down in P16. And that's Stu Bartley, whose car's been battered and bruised. And he's up the inside of Simmons at the hairpin. And here we go again. Here are the two getting away again. That BMW looks like it's absolutely flying. Smeets and Samuel for P5. You've got Alan Axon for company here as well. This is the battle for P5 at the moment. Alan Axon on the back of Samuel. Here's Brewster having a look at Simon Trebek for P3. Just showing his intent there. Also like to shout out to Brewster and welcome you to the staff. Bartley up the inside of the undercut at Frith. It's a drag race now down to the start finish. He's going to try and bring Simmons with him. Hanging it out. Oh, Bartley's up on 2 wheels. But Frith manages to keep that position. That's some great racing by the 3 of them. Patrick not letting that BMW get away too much. Fortunately, looks... Oh, and that's Cully off into the gravel. That's him down, down, down. But this is the fight here at the moment between Frith and Bartley. Patrick sets a new fastest lap of 50.0. William Martin trying to make a move on Aaron Jackson now for P13. He's got to stay with Lawrence Green in order to keep that position of him in the Jack Sears P3. We're on board now with William Martin. Looking at the back of that Astra, that is absolutely battered and bruised. Now Simmons is having a go at Bartley here, and this is allowing Frith to get away off up the road. Simmons showing a bit more of aggressive driving here. Jackson makes contact, slows everyone down. Wilson, new fastest lap, and that's Anthony Hyde up the inside of Simmons. Good move there from Anthony Hyde, gets that job done, and he's up into P10. Alan Axon still can't find a way past Samuel. Kind of a deadlock situation, they're just not really going forward. And here's Brewster. Oh, he's bouncing that Ford Focus all over the place. Ten laps in the book, we've got 12 to go, and we are riding on board with Cully, who is looking at the back of Green. Almost into the back of him there. That high on the, and here he is again, Bentley. Bartley having another look at Frith. He's going to try. No. Anthony Hyde thinks about it. Bartley sends it up the inside. Anthony Hyde says thank you very much, but gets blocked off by Bartley. But they're both going to get Frith by the looks of it. Both done. Both of them up to 8th and 9th. Again, Cully on the back of Green. Oh, Cully got that wrong. He outbraked himself. There's Dowman up the inside of Frith. Oh, they lean on each other as they come out the corner. Dowman, that loses time for Dowman. And here we are back again with Trebek and Brewster, and this is for P3. Wilson with another fastest lap of a 49.7. There's a 1.1 second lead now. But the fight seems to be a bit further down the field. Trebek in P3. Oh, Brewster gets it wrong and off of the gravel he goes. That's going to cost him a few tenths. Is that going to allow a couple of people to catch him? The next car is Smeets, Samuel and Axon. And here we go again. Here is the battle for not to be last. Jackson up the inside of Lawrence Green. Lovely little move, but is he going to run wide? No, he gets it stuck. Anthony Hyde is having a good old look with Stuart Barley now for that P8. Anthony Hyde gets the undercut, but is he got on the power? He's going to be straight on the boost now. Tyrone Frith having a race of his lifetime here. Who's going to break first? Stuart Barley backs off on that one. He knows when he's lost. Tyrone Frith in the background there, holding on to that P10. And here we go. Oh, Cully got it all wrong. Almost outbraked himself. Stuart Bartley and Anthony Hyde. This is for P8. William Martin up the inside of Cully. Door gets shut though. Lawrence Green is holding this one. Again, this is Samuel and Smeets. They've managed to drag themselves away from Axon just a little bit. 14 in the book. Dave Brewster still stuck to the back of Trebek, but he just can't find a way through. We've now got Samuel, who is crawling all over the back of Smeets for that P5. Please excuse me, I'm just having a drink. So it's after 15 laps, it's Wilson, Patrick, Trebek, Brewster, Smeets, your top 5. And And then it's Alan Axon, Hyde, Bartley, Frith, Simmons, Jackson, Cully, Green, Martin, and Dowman making up all them last positions. Brewster is looking for a position. He's looking for a spot to try and overtake Simon Trebek here. Remember, Trebek only has a limited amount of boost. On board with Brewster, working that car. Through the chicane. They come flying through the chicane. Trebek could take a bit more of that chicane, to be fair. Trebek is still holding on to that P3, only just though. Brewster definitely wants it. Gets a much better exit of the chicane there. This is going to allow up the inside, and Trebek. I don't think Trebek's going to fight this one. Oh, he is. He has a bit of a touch with Brewster.
Oh, shut up, just shut up. Will you please? Shut up, shut up. Shut up, I tell you, shut up!
Sorry. Oh, and that's Torren Frith off, and that is also, that's Samuel. Oh no, he was having such a good race. Commentator's bloody curse again. There's Jackson, Aaron Jackson in his mighty nice Astra. Having a go at Cully for P9. Jackson, this is a good showing for him. That is the leader just about to overtake William Martin, who's now back in front of Green, which means he's outscoring him again for the Jack Sears. There's Bartley again, not Bartley, sorry. Here comes Brewster again. He's going to try for the switchback. And Trebek wise to that one, and that's Green going into the pits there. Drag race now. Two by two. Whoa, they make it through the corner, and Brewster's got him. That's it. Brewster's up into P3. We got Frith in the pits, Green in the pits. Simon Trebek's held out as long as he could. Now, can Samuel get Smeets? Samuel's got to run on Smeets. Going to be a drag race to the first corner, but I think Samuel is going to just have that with ease. He does indeed. Look the moment, it is Wilson, Patrick, Brewster, Trebek, your top, and Samuel, your top 5. Oh, Brewster gets that kind of wrong there. And in the background, wow, look at the background. Smeets gets it all weird and he's on the grass. Ooh, he had to back out of there. He's lost the spot to Alan Axon too, trying to fight it back, but it's inevitable. And here we go again. Lap 22 now. The leader is on lap 22. This will be the final lap for these guys. Here we go. We're on board with Simmons. Looking at the back of Jackson. He's having a good race. Good race one. Cully backing off there to allow... I don't know what was Cully was allowing there. But here he is. Your race one winner. Pole sitter. Your first race. Callum Wilson will come home to take P1. It'll be Patrick P2. Trebek has got Brewster. So that's Trebek P3. Brewster's P4. Samuel will be P5. Axon is P6. Smeet is P7. Bartley is P8 with Jackson P9. Simmons is 10th. Anthony Hyde is 11th. William Martin 12th. Carl Cully is a DNF. Dowman, Green, and then Frith. There's your results for race one. Callum Wilson taking the win from Patrick. Yeah, Patrick. I was going to try his name then. Anyway, Simon Trebek will be P3 and Dave Brewster is P4. Probably tactical there for Dave Brewster, to be fair, because it means he can stay on the softs again. Ivan Samuel is P5, Alan Axon P6. Hugo Smeet is 7th with Stuart Bartley 8th. Aaron Jackson is 9th. Round 90 top 10 is Luke Simmons. After that, we have Anthony Hyde in P11 with William Martin P12. Carl Cully is 13th. Yeah. Samuel Dowman is P14. 15th is Lawrence Green. And 16th is, unfortunately, Tyrone Frith, who was having an amazing race. Absolutely amazing race. And then something went wrong. So, that is the end of race one. So I am going to take a minute, get the grid set, and then we should be good to go for P2. P2? Race 2, sorry. The little flag man waving his arms. Brilliant. Loves it. So I'll be back very soon, guys. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Oh, look at that, just in time for the start of the race. I am back. Sorry for leaving you hanging so long, guys. We like to try and get everyone in the lobby if we can. Unfortunately, one or two just can't quite make it in for tonight at the moment. They're still trying, so hopefully we'll get a few more by race 3. But we are just waiting for, obviously, as you can see in the background here behind Callum, there is no Simon Trebek. Doing his usual. I think it's to psych people out. I don't know. It's probably not. He's probably just, I don't know, airing his balls out or something. There he is. We're going to give it a few minutes. They will get underway for the parade lap. Nice to look into the car and see different helmets rather than all the standard same one. But here they go, underway. I'm trying to find my mouse. So, starting order for the second race is as follows. It's Callum Wilson again to Patrick in P2. Simon Trebek is now P3 with Dave Brewster P4. P5 we see excuse me, Ivan Samuel, and he's got Alan Axon for company. Hugo Smeets in P7 and Stuart Bartley's P8. P9 goes the way of Aaron Jackson, and he has Luke Simmons for company, and Anthony Hyde is P11. He has William Martin there with him as well. 13th is Carl Cully, with 14th going the way of Samuel Dowman. Lawrence Green is 15th, and Tyrone is 16th. Feel sorry for Tyrone. On that last race, he was doing so well, and then obviously I had to open my big gob, and that's what happened. So here we go. Can he get another good launch like he did last time? Can Patrick get a better launch? Can Trebek beat them both off the line? Soon find out. With 20 laps to go, we will wait for the klaxon. Here we go. Good start by Patrick. Good start by Callum Wilson. They both get a good start, and that was somebody just exiting the pits there, but Callum manages to get in front of Patrick just about. And there's a safety car penalty for Stuart Bartley there. That'll be for exiting the pits a bit too early. And it is Callum Wilson. Looks like they're very slow to move. We've got a safety car. Seems we do have a safety car. I'm not sure what that was for. I will quickly check and find out. We got Damon in the pit, so it could be something regarding with him. Just trying to find out a bit of information for you guys. I would potentially say William Martin and Damon were involved in that incident. Flick over to Dalman. There's Dalman just exit the pit again now. William Martin still in the pit. I think he's going to lose the lead lap. There he is. He's lost the lead lap. So Dalman managed to get out just before the lead lap, so he's got to put a hot foot down now and get all the way around as the lights on the safety car go clear, which means we will be getting away at the end of this lap. Oh, we've lost Brewster. No way. Brewster's been DNF'd. Get on the way, get ready to go. There's your tyre choice. Safety car peels in. Great restart by Wilson there, who's miles in front. And look at that, an accident. He's already on the move, and he's looking at Samuel. 3 wide into the first corner. Oh, one of them has got to give. Smeed's right back in front of his teammate. Bartley's in the pits. Oh, on board with Alan Axon, we can see Patrick in the distance there, just running a little wide as he exited the chicane. And this has allowed Simon Trebek to get right on the back of him now. Axon trying to make a move on Samuel. A lot of topsy-turvies here at the moment. We are on board with Anthony Hyde, who has Cully at the side of him there. Stuart Bartley waiting to come through the pits, and Anthony Hyde just managing to keep it. Cully, we're on board with Cully now. He's looking at the back of Jackson, who's in P8 again. Having a good old race here. There is Axon trying to cling to the back of Samuel. Jackson ran the outside of who's that? Simmons? No, that was Smeets. They've just got past Smeets. He's been absolutely mugged off. He's lost so many places. Alan Axon gets through on Ivan Samuel. Now Trebek has a rear gunner. Patrick throwing it over that corner. That was a one hell of a corner exit. But he is right on the back of Wilson now for the lead. Looks like they've managed to fix all them panels on Cully's car. Up on two wheels. Frith he's up into 11th now. He's having a good second race this time around. I'm not going to mention too much about him because every time I do, something goes awry. And that was Cully in the back of Hyde again. And here's Jackson now, having a look at Simmons, and this will be for P6. Patrick is really taking it to the leader now. I don't know, they've dropped Simon Trebek. Oh, look at that. Simmons gets it crossed up as he exits the chicane. That gives Aaron Jackson a look at the inside, and we got Toro and Frith in the background. I told you I shouldn't have said anything about him. I saw him spin in the background then. He's lost a place. He's lost 2 places. Up the inside of Cully goes Smeets. And that's for P10. It's a drag race. No, this is P9, but it's a drag race up that way. Hyde all over the back of Aaron Jackson, who's been had back by Simmons. 8 laps in, it's Wilson, Patrick, Trebek, Axon and Samuel, your top 5. There's Smeets having a look at the inside of Cully. That was never going to work. But he's definitely unsettled Cully there. Might get a run on him up towards the hairpin. Anthony Hyde on the lights, flashing. Jackson. Dowman now. Trying to get back through on green. Up the inside. Late braking. Bartley goes with him. Door gets shut though quite easily by green, and Frith is still there. Frith has got back ahead of Bartley. Patrick, he's still not really giving the leader any quarter. He's definitely pushing, and that's Cully off the track and back on. Lost the spot. Oh, he nearly got it up in the air then. Jackson has managed to gap Anthony Hyde for the time being. Cars in that reverse grid is Simmons, Jackson, Hyde, Smeets, Cully, Diamond, and now Frith with a great move on the entry of the hairpin. puts himself up into the reverse grid spot. There's Bartley. Hang on, there's something wrong there. What the? Bartley a lap down? Look at this. This is Patrick is definitely taking it to the leader. Welcome in, new chatter, welcome in. Jackson having a look at, who's he looking at? He's looking at Simmons now. Make the way up through the chicane. Oh, and that's Simmons getting it all kinds of wrong off the track. That's going to allow Jackson to just create a bit more ground on him. It's still Wilson, Patrick, Trebek, Axon, Samuel, your top 5. And this is... Hello, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. And we are on board with Jackson, who has now got Simmons all over the back of Jackson. Is Simmons. He's going to try again down the inside of the first corner. Oh, they lean on each other, and I think inevitably that was never going to happen. And Patrick is still right on the back end of this BMW. He's not letting it go. Well, it looks a bit the soft and medium tyres don't really have much difference between them, but this 10 laps to go and Patrick is literally hot on the tails. That's Smeets, who's now back up into P8. Patrick is trying everything. He's trying to stay in the draft of that BMW. Wilson is making it the biggest BMW in the world, and he's made a little bit of a wiggle coming out of the corner. That's going to allow Patrick to get on the back of him. And there's Smeets sideways out the chicane. Excuse me. And here is the teammates of Trebek and Alan Axon. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to use team orders? That's Trebek letting Axon through there. Believes he's got more pace, so... Oh, Alan Axon getting it sideways out the exit of the chicane. And that Anthony Hyde's managed to get Jackson. Anthony Hyde puts himself up into P6. This is a great show from these lot. Oh, and Smeets gets run wide just a little bit there. Had to back off there. That's going to allow Cully to get hold of him, but he's going to give Jackson a bit of a chance of a lunge at Anthony Hyde as they make their way to the chicane. And now Ivan Samuel is catching up to Trebek. Anthony Hyde in P6. 6th for 12th is the reverse grid. I do apologise. There is nothing I can do about the advert starting in 3 minutes. However, if you were subscribed, you would not get any adverts. But that's just me. Anyway, back to this. Here we go. Trebek is being hunted down by Ivan Samuel. Alan Axon has got away. He's off like a scolded rat, isn't he? Trebek is just struggling on them medium tyres. Smeets now through the chicane on board. What a shot that was through there. You could tell he got air. The engine notes just went quiet. And here's Ivan Samuel having a look at Trebek as they make their way to the hairpin. Going to be an easy move for him. Trebek might try for a cutback. I just don't think he's got the pace. I just don't think he feels comfortable in that car today. Looking in the background there, look, Anthony Hyde being hounded by Jackson and Smeets. No matter where he goes, he's got a mirror full of white and blue Astra. This is a cracking battle for P6, this. Smeets having a look at the inside. Can't quite get it done there. I'll bide his time. There's enough laps remaining. Just got to put him under pressure and Cully off in the background. Lawrence Green will outscore Martin this time round, but it's exactly the same, the roles reverse, so nothing really changes. And that's Smeets having a look at the inside of Jackson. Little nudge in the back end there, trying to settle him as they come out the exit. And that's giving Anthony Hyde a bit of a breathing space now. Patrick, I think he's took out all of his tyres on that attack. Oh, back on the track. That was a bit dangerous there by Jackson. Side by side through the chicane. Look at this. Cully's going to say thanks very much. Oh, and Simmons in the background sideways. I'm literally impressed that the tyre barriers have not destroyed anybody yet. Jackson P9 now still in that spot for the reverse grid. So is Tyrone Frith, P12. And what's this? Patrick is back on the back end of Callum Wilson. Something has happened here because they are right together now. Oh, and it's all going sideways for Aaron Jackson in the background. And that's Cully up on two wheels again. Aaron Jackson gets it wide again. And look at this. Patrick, I wonder if Callum just got crossed up between the two, within the two drivers that he's just lapped. And this is Smeets and Cully for P8 and 7. Two laps to go. They'll be starting the penultimate lap soon. Here we go, Anthony Hyde. Oh, great run from Smeets. He's going to get him here as they make their way to the next corner. Anthony Hyde doesn't fight it too much. Cully's there. Oh, and it's free wide. Down and up the inside of Jackson. Oh, Jackson taking out Dowman. That will be reviewed by the stewards. Penalty for Cully. That'll be for the incident earlier on, I believe, with Anthony Hyde. And that's a car off in front. Who is that off in front? And that is Cully. inside of Jackson goes Simmons. That's not going to work there. As we come round for the final corners, makes his way around the final hairpin for the final time of this race. How many times can I say final before final? And your race winner for beat number 2 is Wilson with Patrick P2 and Axon takes P3. P4 goes the way of Samuel. Trebek is P5. Smeet is P6. Jackson is P7. Simmons is 8th. Downman is 9th. Hyde is 9th. No, Downman is 9th. Hyde is 10th. I think I might be. Where was I? Downman is 9th. Hyde is 10th. Frith finishes 11th. And Green gets himself into the top 12 for that reverse grid. Cully is 13th with Bartley, Martin, and then Brewster with a big DNF. So this is how we do it now. We all know what happens now. We do this. Where is spinny wheel? It's not working. There we go. That will do for the time being. There we go. Who will be on pole position for round? And it's number 8. It's Simmons who puts himself on pole position. That is Luke Simmons for pole position. So that will go Simmons, Jackson, Smeet, Trebek, Samuel, Axon, Patrick, and Wilson. We will just be momentarily unavailable while we get this one set up. So please bear with us, guys. We'll be back very, very soon. Don't go anywhere.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel begin now.
Oh, would you look at that? And here we are, back for round 3. Unfortunately, a penalty for Jackson dropped him behind Dowman. So unfortunately, that takes Luke Simmons out of the whole shot for pole position, pushes him up to P7. So Dowman gets the pole position for race 3. They get underway on the parade lap. Let's take a look at this starting grid then, shall we? Here we go. On pole position, we have Samuel Dowman, and he's joined by Luke Simmons. Hugo Smeets is P3, and he has Simon Trebek P4. Ivan Samuel is P5 with Aaron Axon P6. Patrick is 7th, and he has Callum Wilson P8 next to him. P9 with his penalty is Aaron Jackson, and he's joined by Anthony Hyde in P10. Tyrone Frith P11. Lawrence Green is P12. Carl Cully is 13th with Stuart Bartley 14th. William Martin is 15th. 16th is David Brewster. And finally getting their car out the garage for today is Chris Cobbett. They've managed to get that Toyota back together and out on track for the final race. That is the starting order. Oh, excuse me. Oh, bless me. There we go, as we can see. Thank you. Corbett just lining up in the background. There we go. Here we go. Lots of Claxons. And away they go. Oh, a bit of a loose start there from Simmons. Dowman gets a nice go. That's him away in front. And I think Trebek might be up the inside. Oh, they almost lean on each other. And that's contact with Dowman. That's twice now. And there's big crash at the front. What on earth happened then? There was a little bit of contact there, wasn't there? I know this is race 3. Jesus wept. Samuel Dowman, way down to P8. Everything is wet. Just having some discussions. So Simon Trebek will have a drive-through for causing a collision at the start there. He'll have a few laps to serve it, so he might even be able to just use a breakaway. To get ready for the restart, I will get the timing up and the tower. There's last year's champion Simon Trebek, struggling a little bit this year. Taking his drive through now. Good, wise choice there. And Patrick's got a penalty. He needs to be removed. Aaron Jackson and Stuart Barley having a ding dong here. Oh, Barley up on 2 wheels, but he gets it through for P8. So here we go. This is Cully up the inside of green. Brewster's going to try and follow him through as well. They're going to be 2 by 2 as they make their way through. No, they're not. They're going to be 1 by 1. And I can see Simmons was also making a move on green. I've lost my train of thought. It's Patrick leading, Axel Wilson, Samuel Smeet, your top 5. Anthony Hyde in P6. Bit of a wiggle there from Wilson. Penalty for Simmons. Here we are looking at, this is, excuse me, Wilson versus Axon. And all this time, this is allowing Patrick to hot-foot it down the road. Jackson having a look at Hyde at the first corner. Turn in on each other. That was going to inevitably end that way. Jackson and Brewster. Up the inside goes Jackson. No, Brewster, sorry. Bartley and Frith having a little fight there. Patrick setting new lap times here. And Wilson has got past Axon now. That's it. He's going to be released off into the path of Patrick. But can Patrick do anything about it? On board with Green, looking at the back of Simmons' Toyota Corolla. Anthony Hyde in the pits for his penalty for the earlier collision. I bet he kind of knew that was coming. He's back out. And that puts him back behind Dowman, who's had a terrible race this time round. Two Astras getting together. Look at the state of them two Astras. Jesus, blooming Christ. I don't feel... Oh, well, he's got a clean rear bumper. After 10 laps, it's Patrick, Wilson, Axon, Samuel, Smeet, your top 5. Brewster's P6, 7th is Jackson, 8th is Cully, 9th is William Martin, 10th is Stuart Bartley, Frith is 11th, Simmons is 12th, Green is 13th, Dowman is 14th, and Anthony Hyde rounding out top 15. Chris Cobbett 2 laps down in P16. Oh, he's going to try and overtake on the grass. This is going to be really bad on the brakes. He's going to have to slow it down very hard. Cully up the inside of Jackson. And that's Anthony Hyde up the inside of Green for P14. I mean, William Martin at the moment is outscoring Bartley and Green in the Jack Sears. Oh, and that's Aaron Jackson off. And that's him down to P12. Ivan Samuel. Next one on his list is Alan Axon. We're 12 laps in, and the gap to the lead is 1.4 seconds. This is the battle for... What is the battle for? This is the battle for P10. It's Simmons and Frith. I'll be on the boost there. Frith plays it wisely. Let Simmons go. Score the points. Anthony Hyde now, he's in front of Dowman. Here is Wilson getting on the back of Patrick. All Patrick's got to do is make that Toyota Corolla very wide indeed. And not run any mistake. Oh, and look at this. William Martin has got himself past Stuart Bartley for P8. And in the background, that was Cobbett getting sideways, but William Martin going well up into P8. Here's Jackson for P11, Hyde behind him for P12. And this is the lead battle now. Patrick will be on that boost. Oh, and who's that in the background? That's Simmons, who's off. Anthony Hyde, Dowman, having another coming together there. Chris Cobbett has gone again. That's another DNF. Frith has dropped himself down to 14th. Don't know what happened there. This is the lead for the battle. This is the battle for the lead, sorry. And up the inside goes Wilson. He gets that BMW stopped on the dime. He's got more boost than the Beamer though. He's going to be using it all the way up this straight. And this is Stuart Bartley on William Martin for P8. Job done there, only for the moment though. But William Martin is back on the boost. They've both got the same amount. Again, William Martin, he's not got his drag's just far too bad on that car. This is the lead for the battle. Yeah, that's that. that's the saying of the evening. And here comes Patrick once again for the lead for the battle. Battle for the lead. He's a bit too far back this time to have a go at me. Oh my god, we've lost Simmons as well. Patrick is still there having a good old ding dong with Wilson. And we are on board with Lawrence Green, who's got Anthony Hyde somewhere, but we're on board with him, so we can't really see. And that's the two leads going through, lapping the cars. Patrick's closer this time. He might make a charge. Quote of the day. Indeed it is. Patrick is going to try for the undercut. It's a good exit. This could be his moment. This could be the moment. Oh, there's contact. Oh. No, I'm happy with that. That was that. I was happy with that. He did right there, Wilson. That's what we like to see. That is what he did there. Doesn't matter if you're first or last. If you take someone out, you wait for him. Simple as that. And that's what he's done. Fair play. I mean, that's probably potentially cost him the race win, but So 18 laps in the book. That's they need to be letting these guys through. Come on. Anthony Hyde needs to move out the way. This is not a fight for position. This is the lead battle they're on now. On board with Samuel, looking at the back of Axel. Now the two leaders have managed to get themselves through. Patrick Wilson. Oh, Patrick got it all kinds of wrong there. I'm sure he hit the tyre barrier. No. This is Samuel and Axon for P3. Lap 22 of 22, and it's Wilson, Patrick, Axon, Samuel, Smeets, Brewster, Cully, Bartley, Martin, Damon, Hyde, Jackson, Green, and Frith. We've lost Simmons, Cobbett, and Trebek. Remember, this is the lead for the battle. But here we are. You were right. It was the BMW. Flawlessly driven. Absolutely flawlessly driven, and that is the end of race 3. There we have it. Let's have a look at the tables. If they're correct. So in the end, race 3 goes the way of I don't know whether the result. They're showing now. There we go. It is Callum Wilson from Patrick in P2 with Alan Axe P3. Ivan Samuel takes P4 with Hugo Smeets P5. Dave Brewster is P6 with Carl Cully P7. Stuart Bartley P8, William Martin P9, Samuel Downman takes 10. With Anthony Hyde P11, Aaron Jackson is 12th, with Lawrence Green 13th. 14th is Tyrone Frith, and unfortunately we lost Luke Simmons, Chris Cobbett, and Simon Trebek, all technical difficulties. That is that, my friends, my people. It's been awesome. I'd like to say thank you ever so much for everyone that has watching, following. Yeah, we will be back again in 2 weeks' time for round 8 of Touring Cars. See you very soon. Bye bye.